shtick. It's getting old.
No shtick. You're the one that, if you didn't bring anything up, nobody would even notice or care.
Here we go, folks. Start the show with Joe has his camera off.
Yeah, I look more
this is ridiculous.
Garbagey today than I normally look.
Okay. What you keep the rag over your camera if you don't do 100 push-ups before you push play on YouTube? Is that it?
Oh, by the way, I saw that picture today. Thanks.
I know on another channel that Joe's smiley face is wide open in there. So come on. Why you gotta do this?
It's the exact opposite. There's not even a smile on that mug.
Oh my God.
Thanks for I don't know why you gotta post pictures like that on Twitter though.
I don't know why you gotta what do you do? Like customize your t-shirts to jack up and just open the camera. This is ridiculous. So frustrating. This isn't what people want to see.
I'm not here for people to see me. We're here just because it's an easy way to record.
Can you turn the thing off?
No. All right. Big long pause. It's going to sound great on there.
Well, you're being a big bully.
On the audio. No, you're being the bully.
You're being a big bully.
You're forcing me to expose myself when I don't want to be exposed.
If this was my life in collecting, it would be all smiles and grins and craft paper and short shirts. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Short shirts.
I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference. Why is there a difference between this channel and what's going on in your channel?
There's no short shirts, first off. Sorry.
Why do you do this? Just to have me have an aneurysm live on a recording. Is that it? No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that.
I disagree. People would want to see you have an aneurysm. I would pay to see you have an aneurysm.
Just do what you normally do and put the freaking camera on. It's like having a little brother that just wants to poke at you. This is what you don't want. I'm giving it to you then.
I look like a monster today.
What? Really?
Yeah.
You put a video out where you came on in your pajamas. And then your next video, you were so pumped up, there was veins moving your sleeves. So take the freaking thing off. What do you think? I went into makeup before I turned on my camera? How do you think I look?
Same way you always look.
You maniac.
Stop shaming me.
This is published. This is what people are tuning in for.
You're
a black screen.
Stop shaming me.
Well, explain to me the difference between this channel and your channel. Please, I'm begging you. Explain the difference.
This is just meant to be as an audio record because we lost Google Hangouts. If we lost,
it doesn't matter.
If we didn't lose Hangouts, we would never be doing this.
In Google Hangouts, I had a picture to look at. Now I do not.
Yeah, and it was
because you are passively aggressively putting me in a headlock.
And it was just you and me.
Okay. Whereas tell me the difference on that other channel, you're begging for viewer participation.
I'm not begging for anything.
Oh, really? Yeah. Hey, number 10, you tell me what's my favorite thing to collect.
Yeah.
That's begging for participation. But on this channel where, we have a history of working with a community of viewers and listeners, you shun them and do this.
I love how you know everything that I'm up to.
I would love to actually know what goes on in that brain. There is no window into that. That's why I'm begging for the answer. What is the answer? What is the difference?
You couldn't handle what goes on in my life.
Take the freaking screen off the camera.
A ball and you would go into the fetal position if you had to live one day in my life.
How do you advertise this podcast to people? You should check out this. One guy comes on and does exactly what the other guy doesn't want him to do, and they flip out about it.
I'm not flipping out about anything.
What? I've never seen someone so passive aggressive before in my life.
You're the one carrying on about it. Just change the subject. No one will know. People shouldn't be coming here to watch it. They should be downloading it still and watching it there.
No, we've curated 4 years of viewers to this show to shut them down. We don't want to grow at all, right? We don't want them to continue to enjoy.
I blame Polykill.
Right?
Blame Polykill.
You are not making sense. I don't understand the poison you want to put into this property that we've created for the last 4 years.
Are you done?
Are you done? Take the thing off your camera.
You just want to see me naked. I will not show you my PP again.
Then point your camera at the wall or something. I can't have a conversation with a black screen, nor can our viewers. It is ridiculous.
You want to look at something else other than me?
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And then you ban me from having guests on. And then you ban me from talking to the chat at the same time. But what do you give me? A black screen, and let's hear these topics that you have ready.
I don't have anything.
You don't have any topics? You don't have a big foam cardboard with 10 topics written down that we could talk about?
Not with that kind of attitude. No, I don't.
But I'm not allowed to talk to anybody.
Thanks for making fun of me. Again.
The viewership that we've curated over 4 years.
People your true colors by making fun of me all the time. This is what I got to go with every day. Shaming.
I got to get back into drinking. This is going to solve my problem. Drinking.
I had to have 2 drinks before I came on. How about that?
Why do you do this? People tune into this, go, why am I watching this? This makes no sense.
Don't watch. Just listen on iTunes.
You don't publish.
Yeah,
so how can they?
When I publish, you can listen.
You don't publish, and you don't even fill in the description of what it is. They don't even know if they're getting a new episode. So open up your camera and give people something to. I don't understand why on your channel, My Life in Collecting, it is so important for you to gain viewers and gain subscriptions.
I just wanted you to say that name 3 times.
But on this channel, you refuse. Holy mackerel.
Are you done? That took you 7 minutes of fucking ranting and raving.
What a piece of work.
You fucking lunatic.
Why can't you put on clothes like that on your channel?
I'm freezing right now. That's why I got the sweater on.
Oh, my God. God help me.
I got to work with this guy every fucking day.
And you remember what you said. What you were looking forward to this year was a year of positivity.
Yeah.
So
be positive towards me.
You're nothing but negative of positivity, please.
You're nothing but negative towards me.
That is not true.
Yeah.
You create chaos.
You shame me in every sense and every single second that you can. Anything that I make, yeah. Thank God I'm not fat, because you'd fat shame me too.
I don't think I've ever shamed you. Thanks.
Yeah. You shame everything that I do.
It's pointing out all the great things in your life is pretty rough, right?
You shame the content I create.
Because you don't put any effort into the channel that we created. So it is kind of frustrating.
I'm not getting to this argument again with you.
Okay.
About By your the channel.
Way, I just happened to take a look at our landing page of our YouTube channel, Start to Continue, and the top 3 performing videos. Number 3, could you even take a guess what that is?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
On the Start to Continue YouTube channel, what the top 3 current performing videos are.
Probably your record sucking up to that group, Jack White. Is that it?
Well, there's one of those.
All right.
There's one about the You know, those video discs, that video disc player, that retrospective. But the number 3 video is the one you trotted out, the iRig. Part 1. iRig Part 1, by the way. Still waiting on Part 2.
That's called clickbait, son.
How is that iRig?
I've used it twice. I don't even know where it is anymore. I think it's hanging beside my guitar.
What did you use it for?
I had to test it out. Plugged it into my iPad.
And then what happened?
I don't know. Dicked around for a little bit and got bored and put it away. I just want to play the guitar, man. That's all. I just want to play music.
You bought it.
Yeah, well.
You bought the iRig.
I bought a lot of stupid shit.
When was the last time you played guitar?
Last week.
Really? You plugged it in too?
No, I played my acoustic.
What acoustic?
My acoustic guitar.
I haven't never seen an acoustic there.
Because it's not out on display.
Where could it be hiding?
It's beside my desk.
I've seen beside your desk. No acoustic there.
Yeah, it's in a box.
What kind is it?
Some garbage. It's like a... It's about 50 years old. I think 50 or 60 years old.
Well, that's cool. Right off the bat. What is it?
I don't know. Some
Harmony?
No, it's like a no-name brand.
Well, Harmony was like a Sears guitar.
Yeah, it's not Harmony.
Where'd it come from?
It's a pan guitar or something like that.
Did you buy it?
No.
50 years ago?
Yeah, I bought it 50, 60 years ago.
What was the heritage then? Who gave it to you?
It was my aunt's. I don't think she ever used it because it's like mint. So I just took it.
Well, I'd like to.
You don't need this anymore.
I'd like to know what brand it is.
I told you, I think it's pan. Nothing worth talking about, dude.
You know, Amazon, well, in the States, who is it that sells it in the States? Monoprice. But Amazon here sells these electric guitars, these like Gibson knockoffs that get really good reviews, and they're just like $200, but they're like mahogany, maple top, rosewood.
Are we talking acoustic or electric?
No, Les Paul copies.
Okay. Well, you just said Gibson, so I don't know.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Gibson Les Pauls. And the reviews are like extraordinary on them. They're like, the build quality on these is stunning for $200. You know, obviously you're not going to get the purest sound out of it, like tonality. Well, you're not going to get in Les Paul tonality out of it from just their generic pickups, but they're really sweet looking guitars. Almost have me tempted. They got the fretboards have the inlaid, you know, mother of pearl, and the big blocks too, not just dots. And they're just Chinese knockoffs, but all the reviews on them are very high, and people have done YouTube videos on them, reviewing them. They're just excellent guitars. So if you want a guitar, I say this to the listeners, you don't want to spend big bucks, you could get one of those guitars for like $200 and under. The Americans are getting them for like $150. Here in Canada, they're like over $200, but that's still pretty cheap for a solid body mahogany Les Paul copy. I say go for it. And if you want to tinker with it, you could always swap out the pickups and the machine heads. I'm just wondering if he's frozen or...
I was thinking...
he's just being a dick.
I was pretending to be frozen, but... I'd be curious, are they doing KOs for acoustics? Because that way I can buy an acoustic and not care about it if I bring it camping.
I'm pretty sure that this company does acoustics too, but yeah, they're really nice, man.
Because the acoustic should be cheaper than the electric.
Maybe. But that reminds me too. I watched this little documentary on Takamine guitars. I think it was on YouTube. This documentary is going a little bit highbrow. It's just a guy who tours the Takamine factory in Japan. Don't dismiss me. I know you'll find this interesting. So he goes through that factory and goes through every step of the production of a Takamine guitar. And as you know, Takaminis, they're a high standard guitar. I've always wanted one. And he was going through the one step where they have the guitar form is made and the ribs are put in under the top. You know, the wooden slats kind of are underneath there. And this one guy comes on and he'll just carve out how the slats curve in towards the edges. And he does that all by hand. And that is where the tone comes from. If he screws up his hand carving any which way, it changes the complete tone of the guitar. And they said in that factory, there's only been 2 guys that have ever done that job because they're just masters at it, right? They know exactly how those ribs should be cut to create the Takamine tone. Can you imagine all the Takamine guitars ever created? There's only been 2 guys that have been inside of it and cut the material inside of it.
Supposedly.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing. And they're probably not paid anything either. And then you get to see the guitar go through the whole process. There's a lot of automated processes nowadays too into it, but they still create an awesome guitar at the end of it. So that was kind of fun to watch. I don't know how you'd search for that or find it, but somebody tours the Takamine guitar factory.
You just told me about it, so now I don't have to watch it.
I know you'd find it interesting.
I'd like to find a nice used acoustic one day.
Well,
outside of a guitar shop. That's the real key.
Well, just go on Kijiji. There's a billion of them.
No, I'm not paying those prices.
I know. I keep looking, too, hoping to find a deal on a... I like collecting guitars, but man, they're expensive. And everyone knows how much they're worth, so it's hard to sneak out a deal on a guitar for sure. But Fenders, they make cheap acoustics. You can get a cheap Fender acoustic, a cheap Epiphone acoustic. They're fine. Brand new.
Made in Mexico?
Yeah, you know, whatever. For bombing around.
It's not whatever.
Who cares?
American made, baby.
Bombing around. No. Here we go. You just said a cheapo for taking up with the cottage crew. I can just imagine Joe
talking acoustic.
Whipping out the guitar in front of the cottage crew.
I thought you were still talking electric.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Just one where I'd have to physically punch my OCD in its face and force myself not to care about it, even if it was a cheap throwaway guitar. Ugh.
I put a guitar in a campfire once. I had a guitar, and its belly was bowed, so the neck was pointed up. It was unrepairable, but it was a nice guitar. It was who is Martin's budget line? You know, like Gibson has Epiphone. Martin has a line as well, and it was one of those guitars, but like I said, it wasn't repairable, and I stripped off the good parts. Like it had good Grover machine heads, so I took those off. And then one day camping, let's put her in the fire, boys. Got to see a guitar go up in flames. That was kind of fun. What are you drinking? You got 2 different things going.
I just finished a Caesar, and now I'm finishing my beer. Told you I had to get boozed up to come on.
Well, your rules, according to today, is that I can't talk to guests or the chat. So, because you have lots of topics. So let's hear some.
I didn't say I had lots of topics. I said I had no topics.
So why then are we not allowed to talk to anyone?
Because I don't want to. What's your topics? What new documentary did you watch?
I don't have any. That's why I'm willing to open the show up to
Shocking.
callers.
Did you watch episode 2 of Picard?
Yes.
I didn't watch it yet, so don't tell me.
Episode 3's on right now.
Is it? Good. My PVR probably messed up recording the start of it because I lost my box had to reset. Piece of shit.
And yeah, I loved episode 2. We're learning more.
I meant to watch it the other day. Never got around to doing it.
It seemed to go by wicked fast. It seemed like it was 20 minutes long.
That means it's good.
Done. Well, I'm
glad you're enjoying it because other people aren't. And I love it. I love it when fans of a certain genre or franchise are treated to new installments of it and don't like it. But I do. I relish that. So they can go on, keep wasting their time thinking about the past and not enjoying anything new about it.
I don't
love it.
I don't get it so much. They're going to give me more of this world to explore. I'm going to soak it up.
But wait a minute, you didn't say you liked the, what was the series before Picard?
What, Discovery?
Yeah, you didn't like that one though.
Well, Discovery had real ebbs and flows in it. It had really excellent episodes and really terrible episodes, but it did.
Dude, that sounds like every Star Trek episode though.
Oh, of course, there's terrible Star Trek episodes in every one of the series.
Absolutely.
So people got to chill out, man.
Is that Discovery still on?
It'll be coming back. I don't know when, but
dude, I'm behind.
It's due back. It got a lot better, especially when Jonathan Frakes took over the directing role. You could see he cleaned things up. It's like, this is how we do it. We don't just make stuff up. We have to explain why stuff is happening. It has to make sense. When things started making sense, they're better.
You just need good writing. That's all.
There was one moment in this episode 2 that I didn't like, that modern Star Trek seems to be doing. Can't say what it is, but
I wasn't asking.
Doesn't need to happen, I guess. Although it could have happened because that person was so unhinged by Picard walking in on her. Maybe. I don't know. It's just
diddling yourself.
Mm-hmm. Something about the modern Starfleet uniform, if I can digress for a minute, doesn't look right to me. It almost looks like they're too big, like they're fan-made costumes. The lines just don't look right. Like this line up here under the shoulder is way down lower, and then their comm badge is like big and clunky and down even lower. It just looks like it's put together at a convention.
Oh.
I don't like it. What are you doing? Oh, he might be frozen now. Oh my gosh. Chat, don't go away. I can talk to you now. I got Steven Eider from CatMax Gaming in the chat. And now he said he's going away. He's cleaning up at work. Ugh. But I need someone to talk to. Steven, come back. Steven dropped a bombshell on Twitter that he gave his notice at his job. So that is interesting. What's he going to do now? There, Joe's completely dropped out of the thing. What can I wax poetic about? I don't know. And he's texted me that his cable box is down again. So that's perfect. So, yeah. Joe's cable box is down. No one is in the chat. It's just me here. So that's good times. I got nothing to talk about. Here's my page of notes for the show. That is blank. I got nothing. What else? What can I tell you? Okay, I did actually. Hold on. Breaking news is happening. Hold on. Someone has come to bail me out. And this is very timely because this is a very timely thing that's happening. Something is coming on very soon, an event that we're all excited about. Brought to you by Nintendo Hodge. Are you there, Hodgie?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Thank you. You're
How's it
saving
going?
me. You're saving me.
Well, I hadn't been watching, but I popped on there quickly and I saw it looked like you were by yourself there. You're missing somebody.
Yeah. Joe's equipment froze and he dropped out. So I'm like, I need somebody here.
So he has dropped out, like he's not coming back, or?
Oh, no, he'll be back. I'm sure. I see that you don't have your camera on and you have missed the first part of this show where I spent 10 minutes yelling at Joe for not having his camera on.
So unfortunately, the computer I'm on does not have a webcam, and I don't have my laptop from work to have a webcam. So
that's okay, Haji. I'll take you any way I can.
If I had it, it would be on.
Well, you called in today because you have a huge announcement. We're getting ready for a big event coming up, right?
We are. Things are in full swing. Barry Game Exchange 10, number 10. I'm can't believe we've done 10 of these things now.
That is crazy.
It's coming up on April 5th, and I'm happy to announce that the Cartridge Club is back on board. They're always a great support, and you guys are going to come. You guys are going to have 5 tables there this time. 5.
Holy so awesome. Mackerel.
Breaking news. Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah, so we have this thing where the Cartridge Club, whips out their mighty arms of promotion and spreads the good word about the Barry Game Exchange. And talk about the exposure the Cartridge Club gets at the Barry Game Exchange is incredible. Like last year, you had us all lined up first at the door, and all of our tables were all like in Cartridge Club colors, and we had banners up. It was pretty cool, I got to say, the look of it.
It looks very professional. It looks nice. Like when you guys, I didn't know what you guys were going to have for setup. I know we kind of chatted about it. And when I saw your tables there and everything with those tablecloths on, and the banners looked really awesome. You had them up against the plexiglass boards there in the hockey rink. Like it looked great.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to figure out some extra stuff we can bring this time to show off the club. I don't know what, but we'll have to come up with something. Yeah,
you should almost get somebody to bring Derek. I would lean in his direction because I think he brought a PC, or he asked for power last time so he could do his Xboxes, but maybe have a video there and you can almost show that YouTube video of what it means to be in the club and stuff like that that's out there, just so people, when they ask what's the club, you got that to show them.
True. Yeah. All that takes up space though.
It does, but not that much space. I mean, you can always just have like a kind of a mini table off to the side of because there's tons of room there. Maybe a little mini table with just that kind of running on it, or even behind the table on a bigger TV if somebody brings a nice TV for you to use.
Yeah, that's true. Or what about those little mini projectors? I wonder if you could do something with that.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about, like those little desktop guys. That would work too. You just have to hang up, like, I don't know how it would work with the lights in there, but
yeah. And smoke machines, you're good with that?
Yeah, I have a smoke machine, surprisingly, but for the grand entrance, we'll pump that on before everybody walks into to the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Or create a big column of smoke, then we use the projector to project like P1 or something right in the show.
And then
like a hologram.
We'll hologram him, but he's got to have something like "You now may all enter."
Yeah, exactly. That sounds pretty good. So what is the date again?
So it's Sunday, April the 5th. Same location as last time. So that's at the Eastview Arena in Barrie. It's 453 Grove Street East. And it's amazing. So we announced this. Did we announce before Christmas? I think we kind of officially announced before Christmas or just after Christmas. I can't remember. But we had a bunch of people book tables kind of right away, as the normal crew does. And then it was kind of quiet for a while. But once the new year hit, I had people constantly reaching out to me. Tables available? Can I book tables? I want to get my tables. Everybody's got that itch to do a game swap now. I think everybody's tired of winter and they want to buy and trade and sell video games. And like, I barely had to reach out to anybody for booking tables. Like, everybody's just coming to me. So it's been nice this time around.
Wow. Yeah, that's really surprising. Like, for me, like I said to you earlier today, it's like, I'm having trouble getting out of hibernation here. I just don't want to talk to anybody or do anything. And I'm envious of you, because you got to be all ramped up and get this thing going. You know, we're less than 2 months away, and you seem up to the task for sure.
Oh yeah, and things are looking good, but it sounds like we've got EB Games back on board again as well.
Wow,
I can't say anything for sure yet, but we may even have a prize donated by them. So I'm not 100% sure yet, but we're kind of working out the details.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be involved? It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. And then this year, we're actually going to be selling pizza instead of the barbecue this time. So we worked out a deal, and Domino's Pizza is kind of going to be our food sponsor for the event, and we're going to be selling pizza. So
very interesting.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll make our jobs easier, not to have like so many bodies outside and worrying about barbecue, and the fact that they're going to be there to help us on supplies of pizza, so we don't have to worry about running out. So pizza and drinks and maybe some potato chips or something. We'll see, but yeah.
Did you find the barbecue was like a major source of stress for you?
Not stress for me, but stress for Darby, and his wife, because she's the one that kind of ran it all. And I mean, they had like 5 bodies out there to have to run the barbecue, and that's a lot of manpower for, in my opinion, for a little return. Like, I mean, you make some money off the barbecue, but for the amount of money, effort to go into it, I don't think it's worth that while. Yeah, we provided food for everybody, but to me, doing the pizza is going to be a more simplified way of doing it, easier. We don't have to worry about cooking anything. They bring it on over and we sell it. So,
are they supplying any kind of like heat source or storage facility for the pizzas?
Yeah, they're going to give us one of their little like warmer things that we can put everything in, so it'll be stayed warm. And then as supplies run out, they'll just bring them over. The pizza place isn't too far from where we actually are, anyways. So
yeah, it's like a block away from there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so it's really close, so that won't be an issue at all.
So is that going to be right inside now?
Yeah, we'll just sell it right inside. Yeah, exactly. So you just have to come out of the main area and just buy it. Like, basically where you wait in line to get in, we'll have a table set up there to sell all that stuff.
Well, I love hearing about food, and that's very exciting.
Yes, agreed.
Any other big innovations coming for this year?
I don't think so. None coming to the top of my head, at least. We're going to have the ATM on site again, which was handy last time. Those things just seem to not hold their money. Like when we were at our old location, it was like empty within the first hour. So we got a guy local that'll come fill it for us whenever it gets low. So no issues there.
Good. Yeah, you had some like underworld mafia types looking after it last time. So.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
All right. Well, say hi to Joe. Joe's here finally.
Joe, how's it going?
Haji, how's it going, brother?
That's going well. Good to see you. Long time.
Yeah, man. What have you been up to?
Hibernating and just starting prep for the very game exchange.
Scouring Kijiji and all that stuff like you normally do?
You know what? I haven't done that much Kijiji looking in a while. I mean, I had that one lot just before Christmas, and that was actually through Facebook, not Kijiji. And other than that, it's been pretty dry. I'm really looking forward to yard sale season this year.
Well, Joe, you missed it, but Haji did have a big announcement about the game show coming back in April, and how the partnership with Cartridge Club is continuing for another year. So you're going to see a big Big old row of Cartridge Club tables there.
April, what is it again?
It is April the 5th.
5th. All right, I already got that on my phone, so we're good.
And according to the website, it's Canada's largest and longest running video game and geek culture trade show.
Yeah, we've actually too. I talked to some. So I went to that Mississauga toy show that happened a couple weeks back. I don't know if you guys have been to it in the past, but it's all toys like Transformers.
Which one is that, Haji? Because I know the.
It's like the Collector's Con or something like that.
Okay, because I know the 80s toy show is coming up.
It's done by the same people.
That's done. 80s toy show's April, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So when I was there visiting, I handed out cards to a whole bunch of vendors and reached out to them and just said, hey, look, we're looking at we always want to add new type of vendors. And I had, I think at least 2 or 3 of them finally reach out to me. So we're going to have vendors there with action figures and vintage toys and things like that, just to grow on top of video games. We're still all about video games, and the majority of our vendors are video games, but it's always nice to add new things for people to peruse and buy and things like that.
Yeah, because most people that are into, or I shouldn't say most, but a lot of people that are into like either video games or collectible toys are also into the exact opposite. Like I'm into both, so that's why I can appreciate the show. And I think you're right. It's just going to drum up more business for you. I've always enjoyed going to the 80s toy show more than going strictly to the Transformer or TFCon because of the mixture and the variety that you can get with not just having one specific genre there. You know, I like having games. I like having toys, the whole combination of, you know, what we grew up with as kids, right?
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Like walking around and just seeing, oh, I remember that toy when I was a kid, or, oh, this toy line. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And then there's guys selling comics that are there. I mean, I'm not too into comics, but they still had a few vendors selling those. It's nice to have that variety for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So any other highlights, Haji, of vendors coming from like far away? Who's your furthest vendor this time?
I think we got somebody coming from Quebec, Ottawa area. They've done a couple of our shows. Yeah. I'm trying to think. We have vendors that come from like London, Waterloo area as well. So I mean that's quite the trek. A couple of vendors that come from Sudbury. So we're kind of within a 3-4 hour radius around us.
Sounds like it's going to be another wild success again. I congratulate you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. I really hope so. I mean, normally these things turn out pretty well and everybody has a good time. So that's the most important part.
I'm sure you said it already, Haji, but are we at the same location or a different one this time?
It's exactly the same location. I think this is going to be kind of our new home base right now. We really liked it last time. Just not having anything else around kind of, I think, is good for us. There's no other distractions for people. Yeah, you kind of get the walk-ins when we're at that other location, but I kind of like having the place to ourselves and not have to worry about other people.
I do like the other place.
That's just because it's close to you. That's the only reason you.
Man, that was nice. All right, sir. Well, before we let you go, is there anything else you want to let us know, or are we good?
Just if anybody is coming, make sure you go to the Facebook page, and we have the event up there. Just let us know you're coming. Share the event with all your friends. We're going to have a finalized poster up probably within the next week or so. So share that poster around. If anybody wants any posters, reach out to me. I can get you them if you know places to hang them up or anything like that. Just reach out to us either through the website or through Facebook. But yeah, that's about it. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Do we have to let you know that we're coming?
Bill already took care of that. Don't worry.
Well, Joe's always up in the air. But so if they go to Facebook, is there like something they can print off there if they want to pass it around too, or?
When we get the other poster finalized, yeah, they can just print that one off. We have one up there right now, but it's not the finalized poster just yet. That, like I said, that'll be up in the next week or so. So you'll be able to just click on that, print it off, or I can mail some out to anybody that needs them.
Right on. Well, thank you, sir, for coming in and helping me out with the show too while Joe dropped off. And I look forward to our April date.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, see you in a couple months, Haji.
See ya.
That was Nintendo Hodge. He came in here to save my butt when Joe disappeared.
Yeah, my box reset again twice.
Yeah, I saw you pop in for a second.
Freaking frustrating. I'm going to call my provider tomorrow. Give their ear a tongue lashing.
I think it's like what Derek said, man. The Wi-Fi modems are trash. And, you know, as you know, because every time we get one from our providers, they're always refurbs, right? When was the last time you got a brand new box?
I have no idea. Yeah, but to go what? We got to go hardwired?
No, he's. I think Derek recommends you go and buy a real Wi-Fi router, like a good one. They're like $200, aren't they?
No, but this is the main one provided by the company.
Yeah. So you take a wire off that onto a Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, but it's not my router. This is the main box that takes the signal into the house. So when this goes down, everything goes down. It's not. I'm not losing my wireless connection. I lost my TV. I lost my internet.
Okay, I don't have that set up, so
it's not I'm not losing losing the wireless connection from my computer to the router, like the actual service provider box rebooted. How about the drop kick in the snow?
Yeah, that's unacceptable. That kicks off like how many TVs too.
Well, and at prime time.
You said you're recording, right?
Yep.
Is that CAC your record?
Probably.
Oof.
Grey's Anatomy, man.
Oh, I wasn't concerned about Grey's Anatomy.
No, that's because you're not a real man. Who's in touch with this feminine side like I am. Where was Haji? He wasn't even in the comments. Was he listening through his intraweb?
I guess. Some of us prepare for this show. I know
you don't.
I know that would surprise you, but some of us have like things prepared because, you know.
What did you prepare?
Hey,
Haji, just in case Joe's internet cacks out. Yeah. Be on standby.
I have all kinds of backup plans, all kinds of stuff ready to go. And that's part of my job. Your job is to publish.
Good thing is, we just got paid for that commercial that he provided. So, money in the bank.
What are you talking about?
He just promoted the Barry on our show.
Yeah, that's right.
We get paid for that now.
Yeah, I forgot. That is April 5th. Did you look it up, see if we're working?
No. You look that far ahead?
Or April 5th. Yeah, of course, we're working. And then we're on nights too, so that means we got to take off multiple. Well, I do. I have to take off multiple shifts.
You always do anyway.
So now we have to start plugging away at the promotional end of this and get the word out about it. Let's find out if we can get some folks traveling in for this one.
What are you talking about?
Let's get people to show up to this one. That's what I'm talking about.
You mean the same as last time that showed up?
Yeah, or other new people.
Other new people. I don't want to.
You got lots of rooms in your house. Put them up.
I'm not doing a bed and breakfast here.
Joe has 2 rooms available, so first come, first serve, guys. Let me tell you, that's your top-notch accommodation right there.
Bill sleeps everybody at his place.
Hey, I have no problem hosting people. Why would I?
You go. Then you're golden. You're already up there.
Why wouldn't I?
I got travel an hour and a half to get there.
Do I have the fear of people, my friends, being in the same house with me? No, I do not have that fear.
Yeah, well, you also live by yourself, so you can do whatever you want.
So
don't give me that rigmarole. Okay?
I'm sure you don't live with a warden that allows you hall passes.
If you had to experience what I experience all the time, your balls would shrink up and die.
Yeah, right. They'd shrink up out of pleasure, I'm sure.
Your hair would fall out of your head like mine did.
Oh my God.
I wish my balls would shrink. I don't know why they haven't yet. They should have.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure there's nothing. I'm sure they're up in your bicep. There's one ball in each bicep.
They're only getting bigger.
You never did answer me. How do you hem your shirt so they go up in the armpit like that so the bicep stays exposed?
Ass pipe. That's not the fucking hemming.
Well, how do you do that?
When I move my arm, it crunches up sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Stop being obsessed with my t-shirts and how my arms look. There's more important things in life.
In the chat,
show everybody your tight pants that you wear, your fucking skinny jeans.
In the chat, Techno Dork let me know that the Habs won in OT for the second game in a row. They are back clawing their way towards the playoffs. Oh, man, I was trying to watch that game today, and it is so freaking frustrated because every channel is blacked out because we're in the Toronto Maple Leaf region, which is archaic to me and insane. And then my regular streaming sites, their way of doing it has been stopped. They used to just grab a pirate feed and throw it on YouTube for us. That stopped. So now he streams through these third-party streaming sites that have a billion pop-ups and you can't get the stream to work properly. I can get it on my phone, but I can't get it up on the TV. Oh, man, I am so frustrated. So frustrated.
Listen, in more important news, baseball season starts in 49 days. 49 days. Feels like it just left.
Yeah, it does, because it's
so excited.
Long.
So excited.
So excited. Mm-hmm. That was your big topic. Baseball starting in 49 days.
Yeah. That was your big topic? Habs win 2 games in a row?
Hey, well, if someone can figure out a way for me to get the stream properly, I would appreciate it.
Can someone help Bill illegally get stuff, please? So
well,
I don't have to hear about it anymore.
Do you agree with the team boundaries? Why, if the Toronto Maple Leafs own this region, I'm not allowed to watch a Montreal game, whether Toronto's playing or not? Why is that? How does that help them? How does that help the NHL? How does that get money from me for the NHL?
Because you're supposed to support the team in your region and help the team in your region.
By not watching,
so them forcing you to watch a Leaf game as over a Montreal game helps the economy in this specific area, as opposed to helping the people over in Montreal or the people over in Vancouver.
Let's accept that for a second, even though it's archaic and ridiculous.
I'm not saying I support it. I'm just saying comes down to money.
If the Leafs aren't playing tonight, why can't I watch my Montreal game?
I don't have a good answer for that. Probably they're doing it just to upset you.
This weekend,
you.
This weekend, they had 2 afternoon games on the weekend, and both of those were blacked out. Afternoon games. They should have been national games, but they were not. I was so upset. Very frustrating.
I'm glad I don't waste my time watching hockey.
There is talk about the center ice package, but I've even heard that blacked out games continue to be blacked out on the center ice package because of regional.
That shouldn't be the case. If you pay for an NHL package, you should have full access to any team.
That's what I've heard.
Any game, anytime you want.
They're still subject to regional boundary, is what I've heard. And it's so expensive. They can go F themselves.
That's why I don't support hockey or the Leafs. What does Joe think of bets going to the Dodgers?
Oh, you're not allowed to read the chat. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir.
Well, I think it's good for Boston because one, I don't think they can afford to pay for Betts, especially with his new contract coming up, which is going to be mucho dinero.
It is.
I think out of that four, it was a 4-team trade with that Betts thing, and the Dodgers definitely came away the winner out of those 4 teams. So good for them. I don't like Betts though. I don't like the way he looks when he's getting ready to hit the ball because he's got like a sneer on his face, even though he's not sneering.
The money that goes to these quasi athletes is shameful. Shameful. Something needs to be done there.
What? Because they're not skating up and down on ice? Instead, they're running and throwing and
They're not
hitting.
running. They're standing.
They're running, throwing, hitting,
They're
strategizing.
Standing. They're chewing. And once every so often, they swing.
At least they don't chase a piece of rubber up and down the ice like a bunch of cats.
Can't go run out of bounds in hockey. Shameful.
You can be offside in hockey, though. So same thing, technically.
Same thing. Shameful.
Good.
Baseball salaries are shameful.
I love it.
You love it. What about, hey, we didn't talk about the Super Bowl. What about that? Did you watch?
Betts is a Hall of Famer.
Hello.
He will be if he keeps playing.
We're not worried about the chat, remember?
It turned out the way I expected it to. I thought KC would win. It was interesting up till the third quarter because of the 2 back-to-back interceptions on KC's part. But it's just like every other game that he plays, man. He can just throw the team on his shoulders and what did he do? 3 touchdowns in 5 minutes, I think, for KC.
For KC. Who says KC?
Who says Kansas City?
Oh, my God. Dude, when he started doing that hurry-up offense, no-huddle offense, and just kept driving that team down the field,
Yeah,
I'm like, I haven't seen shit like this since Doug Flutie was in the league.
Yeah, I have Joe Montana, baby.
Since
But speaking of San Fran, they also completely gave up on their running plays and started trying to throw the ball and couldn't do anything. So why fucking dummies, man? Just stick with what you've been doing and what's been working for you. Stop trying to think on there. Just do what works.
I just love no huddle offense, man. And especially when the quarterback is not afraid to run the ball because you can't defend against it. You have no time to pick up what's going on unless you're a spectacular defensive team.
Yeah. Have set plays in your head. Screw the huddle. And you don't do it all the time, I think, but do it often enough in the game to throw off the other team, right? Settle down into the huddle plays, and then all of a sudden, boom, do 3, 4, 5 plays, no huddle. Throw them out of whack.
Mm-hmm. It was great, man. It was so good. I want to know about all the catered food you must have brought in that night.
I just went out and picked up wings. I told the wife to make a nacho platter thing. And that was it.
Hold on a second. I'll be back in a second. Wax poetic.
Where's Haji? Wax poetic. Yes, here. Go back to the chat. Between him and Trout, best players in baseball. I got Trout on my fantasy team. I picked him up. Actually, I traded for him right before he started. Someone else had picked him up as an NA player, and I grabbed. I traded for Trout. I gave him a draft pick, and I gave him Mark Reynolds for Trout. Actually, my fantasy team is starting up soon. I wish I had it in front of me here. I could tell you who's on my team. No, Bill's back. I can't talk baseball when Bill's here. Woo! Your mic's off.
Good old Joe brought. I can only imagine the catering he got in.
I filled it in, baby. Where'd you have to run to?
What?
What'd you have to do?
Oh, the kid was locked out. Hello?
Of the house?
Yeah. She just came back.
I thought you had like an automatic lock or something.
I could see her there. I can't. No, I don't have a lock yet. I'd like to get one.
Did you tell her that you're recording the best podcast in the history of human civilization?
No, I keep it a complete secret from
Good.
everyone in my family.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. It's a big undercover thing.
I think you're just wasting your time.
So you made nothing, is what you said. You brought it all in.
No, I had to listen. The day before, placed an order online to it's called Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
All
I'm not
right.
hearing cooking.
So then 5:20 on Super Bowl night. So the next day, I drive down to Ajax to the Buffalo Wild Wing. Wait in line 10 minutes just to get to the takeout thing. They don't have my order at all. So I had to place the order again, and this is twice they've screwed me over, so I'm never going there again. And I had to wait another 25 minutes while there's people at my house waiting for food.
Well, I would have never ordered out on Super Bowl night, just knowing how busy it's going to be.
It wasn't crazy busy there, man. Like the place was half empty for people staying and eating there. No one goes out to watch Super Bowl anymore. It's all done at home.
No, they all would have ordered takeout.
No, the takeout line wasn't crazy either, dude. They just never got our stupid order.
Who's the folks that you had over? I missed my invite.
Well, you live so far away, so that's your fault.
Well, I'm sure it's drivable.
Cousin Chuck was over, and then his sister. So my other cousin was over with her 1-year-old. And that was pretty much it.
No, that would have just been insane if I'd have been invited to that, eh? That would have just been terrible.
We didn't have any more chairs for the kitchen table.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm shocked you didn't have the in-house servants create a spread for you. Cooking the whole day.
No. It was a relaxing day, though.
I made up my own nachos. Thanks for asking. With some burger on it.
You're supposed to make up your own nachos.
Taco meat and cheese.
I hate nachos, man. Just to let you know.
Crazy.
No, just give me. All I want is like 2 to 3 pounds of wings, and that's all I want. I'm happy.
What's the problem with nachos now?
I just never cared for it. Between wings and nachos,
does it
wings.
drip on your lips? Is that the problem? You can't open your mouth big enough?
You go wings, baby.
Well, I had chicken nuggets on the side. Air fried those up and had some.
What?
Huh?
Where's your chicken wings?
No, I didn't. I had chicken nuggets instead.
You have wings on Super Bowl, dude.
I had just had wings earlier that week, so
yeah, and you can have it again. Here's the crazy talking again. I can only
chicken nuggets is nice, not messy.
The same thing once.
Got the nachos, nuggets, had some, the green stuff, celery and stuff all laid out, and had the kids there watching the game, and they were into it. Actually, it was pretty fun. Especially the big kid got into it for some reason. I don't know.
She didn't have a Super Bowl party to go to.
I think there was some drama about that, but no, I put my foot down. Super Bowl party happening here for the family. Deal with it. Because I knew I was putting on an award-winning spread. This is Joe. I can see why Joe doesn't want chat involved, because this is him reading it.
Oh, come on, internet.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Joe's cacking out again. Well, we are at about the 58:30 minute of the show. So that's pretty much doing it. Unless anyone wants to come on board and help bail the show out for the end, we might just have to close this up right now. Big thanks to Musty Hobbit who stopped in, and Techno Dork 437 way out there on the East Coast stopping in, chatting with us about making fun of Joe. He was wondering if the party was in the east or the west wing of the house, and if the serving girls had nipple tassels, or were they full on boobage. So I can only imagine. And he also asked if I would let the big kid invite friends. Yes, but her friends also had family Super Bowl parties to go to, so it was just a family affair, I guess, but it turned out really good. I was super happy with I don't usually watch the entire Super Bowl game or care that much about it. I don't have any team I'm interested in, although I was kind of rooting for KC, as Joe calls it, because let's see what Joe says. I'm down again. Just wrap it up by yourself. Greatest wingman around. Because I listen to the Stern Show, and one of the writers on the Stern Show is a big Kansas City guy. In fact, when he talks about Kansas City on the radio, he'll often break into tears talking about Mahomes. So it was cool to see his team go all the way. Other than that, I don't follow any other team, man. Like I said, I followed my man Doug Flutie when he went to Buffalo, and then San Diego after that, and had to claw his way into the number one quarterback position, even though I felt he was the best quarterback in the league, of any league, at any time that he was around. And watching him play was amazing. Other than that, what else do I have to say? Is anyone else here? Does anyone else want to come on by, say hello? Quick little wrap-up show. Let me know. You know what? I should probably put the link out. I will put the link in the chat. There it is. And if anyone wants to pop in, the timer is counting down, though. Got to wrap this up. We've been on for an hour and 2 minutes. So that was fun. We had Nintendo Hodge come on, talked about the Barrie Game Exchange, which is April 5th in Barrie, and it is worth the drive. If people are saying, well, that's a 5-hour drive or something, hope you have fun. It is worth it. Come on up. And we got, there's lots of hotels and other accommodations available. All you got to do is reach out. We'll help you set that up for sure. What else? Big thanks to Steven Eider for popping in. He's at work. Like I said before, curious what is going on with him. Put in his notice at his job without having another job. So that's ballsy maneuver. So yeah, I'm curious what's going on with him. Like I've said before, Mr. Steven Eider should open up a pop-up shop and just clear out the inventory in that apartment, because he's got a little bit of everything and he could make a fair little bit. Just do 2 weekends, a little pop-up shop somewhere. Memorabilia sale. Techno Dork says his sister lives there, not far from Caleb. And he's lived in St. Catharines, so he remembers Doug Flutie. Argos, then Buffalo. Yeah. And man, Flutie was old by the time he finally moved up to the NFL. It was a big decision. But man, that was magic watching him play. And he barely got to play in Buffalo too. But when he finally was allowed to play, man, that was Spectacular. In fact, got my box of Flutie Flakes up there. Every good Canadian should have a box of Flutie Flakes. All right, so that's probably it. Let's wrap this puppy up. Thanks for partaking in this episode of STCPod 269. This has been live. Episode 269. 200 plus 69. That is crazy. You can follow me at STCPod on Twitter, and Joe is at AC Decepticon on Twitter. And you're watching our Start to Continue YouTube channel, where you get to see live recordings of the podcast. And I guess I'm going to be the primary contributor to this channel from now on, if anything happens. I have shot a pickup video, a treasures video, because there's going to be treasures shown. But I shot it 3 times, actually. And all 3 times the recording is cacked out. So don't know if I'm going to get around to doing a 4th time. But they do get better each time I record it. So that's something. Look for that, because there is interesting stuff I've found. It's not just game stuff. It's interesting antique electronic stuff. I love showing that stuff off. So look for that, hopefully at some point. I think my the external SD card in the camera is dying, so I gotta figure out some storage before I can shoot it. Frustrating. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. April 5th, mark that in your calendar, and look for a new STCPod podcast every Friday, wherever you get podcasts. And this one, subscribe to this channel so you can see it record live whenever. Until then, catch you next time. Post it.